Today it's Saturday, September 20, 2025. This is the half engine block from the 997. Yesterday afternoon we received another 2 head gaskets. Alright? I was thinking that we're gonna use these head gaskets, but they sent this. This is how we receive it actually. Alright? I want to take one out. I want to see the firing. That's what I want to see. The cylinder heads for this engine, it's currently at the machine shop. They are changing the valve guides, and I was willing to move on a little bit with the crankcase to start putting it together. I opened the box and I just grabbed 3 of the sleeves and I put them in. I just want to test the firing and the gasket, because to me it looks like it needs to make a groove. That's how it looks like. Let me take one out. I was willing to start working on the block. Yeah, I'm dreaming. It has to go at the machine shop for more machining. I'm gonna explain why. You see, the firing has a step here. Alright, it's not a firing that you need to make a groove. Alright, so it looks okay, it looks decent, but there is a but. Let's give some dimensions. These 3 grooves that has here has one second. I'm talking about this one here. There is one outer, where I'm pointing, one outer groove, one middle groove, and one inner groove. These 3 grooves, they're pointing to the cylinder head. Alright? And then there is one lip down here. This lip measures 1 by 1 millimeter depth, the height, and 1 millimeter thickness. We're gonna go there in a while. So this, it points like that. These 3 grooves, they're sinking inside of the cylinder head. When you're torquing down, after torquing it down, this is gonna go inside of the cylinder head. All right, and in true, what it's gonna be as a seal. It's gonna act as a seal. But the body, you know what? Let's go from the dimensions first. Let's go from the dimensions. It's gonna make much more sense. All right. Head gasket, as it is right now, before crushing it, it's 1.25 millimeters. Included this rubber piece, the seal, to don't come out coolant, oil, and so on. So 1.25. After crushing the head gasket, it's supposed to be 1 millimeters. Okay? Fine. Firing here. Firing, it's 1 millimeter without these 3 grooves. That means I'm measuring not this groove here, 1, 2, 3 grooves, forget it. The inner one, this one here in the middle, the inner one, with this one here, okay? It's 1 millimeter. How much will gonna be also the head gasket after crushing it? All right. Now, these 3, 1, 2, 3 lips here, it's 0.25 millimeter. That means if you measure it from here down to the, included also these 3 grooves, it's 1.25. That means these 3 grooves are gonna sink inside of the cylinder heads by 0.25 millimeter. I mean, if you crush it and you torque it down and then you remove the cylinder heads, you're gonna see that you're gonna have 3 lines. The three round lines, 3 circle, okay? This is gonna correspond to these 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's gonna be deep by approximately 0.25 millimeter, all right? Overall, with the lip, that means if I measure the lip and the grooves that has here all together, the height, this height of the firing, it's 2.25 millimeters. The lip, like I said, it's 1 millimeter the depth by 1 millimeter the thickness. I'm talking about the thickness I'm talking about. This here, it's 1 millimeter here, all right? And the height here, it's also 1 millimeter, all right? Okay, with one hand, I'm just make my point, all right? So the lip is 1 by 1. Then we have a cylinder bore of 100 millimeters. Fine. We have the firing, the inner diameter at 101.5. That means you're gonna end up to be 1.5 millimeters more out. Nice, not bad. Okay, it's what you don't want. You don't want to enter the firing or the head gasket, let us say, to don't enter inside the combustion chamber. All right, it's total fine, no problem. All right, I was here. The outer diameter is 110.6. The outer diameter overall. That means at 109.6 millimeters, 109.6 millimeters, 109, oh come on, oh dang it, Tassos. Okay, fair enough, 109.6. Okay, so at this point here, where am I? 109.61. There and there, all right? Need to make one groove on each sleeve. They're gonna be 1 by 1. That means need one cutting tool that's gonna be 0.95, 0.98 millimeters, the thickness, and it has to come here around, and to make one groove that's gonna be 1 millimeter wide, okay, by 1 millimeter depth. All right, so when it comes the firing here, you're gonna go and you're gonna sit in place. You're gonna sink inside of this groove, this lip. All right, and after that, you're gonna be able to use the head gasket and start putting the cylinder head and so on. But if you don't have this groove, you cannot use this ring. Okay, to begin with. What does mean that for me? I will not gonna machine it here, that's for sure, definitely. Definitely. I have a boring bar, but I'm not trusting to machine such a thing. So first thing what you have to do, you need to see that the head gasket, it's nice and true, because you see this small movement that I can move it front and back, I can move it left and right. Okay, it doesn't have so much precise. I mean, it is precise, but just has some tolerance up and down, left and right. If I have to choose, you see here, I'm gonna make it full to this side, all right? And then I'm gonna get some measurements. When you put the firing in place, the firing, it should align with the sleeve. What I mean by that? Exactly what I said, that's what I mean. It means that you cannot put, you cannot forget about the head gasket. It has some movement, all right. So you get a reference from you zero the tool inside of the cylinder of the sleeve to be nice and round, and then you're moving out and you make the groove for the firing to be symmetrical. What's my point? You don't want to be the firing there, to have an offset. You want to be center. So we're gonna start from these standards. First, we're gonna make the groove to be exactly symmetrical based on the bore, all right? And then you're gonna forgive us the head gasket because it has this tolerance, right? So it can be here, there. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. I'm just afraid about the head gasket. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send at the machine shop. I was willing to send at the machine shop the half block with the sleeve housing, all right, and the sleeves, and the firings, and the head gasket. But no, what I'm gonna do, it doesn't make any sense. I want to be symmetrical, the firing, because that's the most important thing. Worst case scenario, well, gonna be the worst case scenario. It's a custom gasket, all right? And here, where are the pins? I can get a reamer and just increase, let us say, by 200-300 of millimeter greater. Or I can do it even with a file, carefully, just turning it by hand and increase, let us say, maybe 1/10 of millimeter, just to be able to play and align properly. I don't want, what's my point? I don't want to end up trying to put the gasket and the firing to push the head gasket. You know the point? I want to come naturally. That means as soon as you put on these pins the head gasket, you have the firings here, and it doesn't take any effort. It's nice, symmetrical, and you're gonna sit properly. That's all the thing. Now, what I'm going to do, oh boy, I'm sending at the machine shop. I want also from them to get some measurements to see if we agree with the measurements. All the plan, all the story here is this to sit full down, to don't be here up, all right? But if it has a little bit resistance, I mean, if they can make it, as an example, if they can make it, instead of making 1 millimeter, make it 0.99, leave 100. It's gonna be good, you're gonna apply more pressure. To don't, what I mean, more tight fit, it's much better. Because keep in mind that the firing, you're gonna have different expansion ratio. All right, the sleeve is going to have different expansion ratio. The cylinder head, the alloys, the aluminum parts are going to have different expansion ratio. So if it's a little bit slightly more tight, that means you put it inside and it's not playing. It's coming in nice and tight, you know, not that much tight that you cannot remove it, but not also that much freely. Fine. That's my point. So, yay, lovely. Definitely I'm not gonna do that here. Definitely I'm not gonna machine the groove for the firing here. I don't have the tools and I'm not trusting myself to do such a thing. Okay? I mean, it's okay for some basic things, but not for so precise job. All right? Again, let me put away, I mean, I don't want the head gasket now. No need to be here outside. Let me separate everything. Let me put it back again in the box. Close the nylon. Put some tape here around. I need the firings here and the sleeves. See you in a second. 4 sleeves in this box. 2 sleeves in this box. Alright, and I'm putting the 6 firings. 2, 4, 6. Yes. I'm putting it here. Up. It's fine. It should be fine. Yeah. Now, I'm sending out the machine shop today and then waiting to come back the sleeves and the cylinder heads. Now, if the sleeves had the groove, if the cylinder heads had the new valve guides, and I have lapped already the valves, after that what will be remaining? To make the piston ring gap. Alright, I'm making the piston ring gap and I'm closing everything, checking the clearance, the crank main bearings, connecting knob bearings to see that everything is fine, stretching the bolts, the connecting knob bolts, torquing down the ARP studs and bolts for the remaining block, for the mains and these things, and then we are okay. Alright, and then start closing. Now, if all these things, if the sleeves, cylinder heads are all done and it's nice, it's not gonna take me 10 days. Obviously, it's gonna be much less. It's all about preparing the parts, checking that everything is fine, and after checking that everything is fine and you prepare everything, you start closing. This does take too much time. 3-4 days maximum. I mean, I want to get also the volumetric from the cylinder heads for the combustion chamber, just to see how much will gonna be the compressor ratio. 3-4 days maximum. It's not gonna take 10 days. But it's all about to prepare it. And then again, when they come back the cylinder heads, when they change the valve guides, we're gonna be fine, or are we gonna see any dent on the surface and then I have to send it back for resurface? When it comes back the sleeves, we're gonna be consistent, we're gonna be correct the depth and the width, and we're gonna fit properly inside the fire rings, or you're gonna put the fire ring inside, you're gonna play everywhere, all around. It will gonna work, you're gonna tell me yes, it's gonna work, but I want precise job, otherwise I can do it here, you know, if it's sloppy. Fine. Now, this two goes to the machine shop and standing by. As soon as I'm gonna receive, if I receive the cylinder heads, most probably I'm gonna receive first the cylinder heads and then the sleeves, because I sent it earlier. When I'm gonna receive the cylinder heads, I'm gonna make another video and I'm gonna start lapping the valves, cleaning for final the valves, lapping the valves, and then checking to be everything fine, you know. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. Over and out. I don't know if I'm gonna make another video today, Saturday. I would like to leave early because Saturday. I'm dreaming sometimes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I finished the video. Just something for the end. On the previous part for the 997 in pieces, go figure out the title that it came to my mind. Yeah, stupidity. For the previous video, the previous part, I was saying that, you know what, okay, yeah, we're gonna start closing the engine, there's no problem, but, you see, yesterday I finished the differential from the M5, alright? Today we are expecting some parts. For the E63, the white one outside, I need the two camshafts, some hydraulic lifters, and some other stuff, I don't remember exactly what. I have received one intake camshaft. I have one new intake camshaft here. We're supposed to receive the other new intake camshaft today, and the hydraulic lifters. So what I mean by that, like I said on the previous video, I have to finish this car to release to the customer. I cannot let him wait, let us say, until I close the 997 engine. That will gonna take, let us say, 3-4 more days. It makes sense when something can be done in a day or less than a day. You do that and then you continue with the rest. And again, this engine is here for almost maybe more than a year. So to delay for one extra day, it does make a difference, right? I believe. I'm not saying to go outside and make one checkup in one car for an hour and come back again inside. I'm not saying that. This is okay, it's fine. But I'm just saying, if they said to me from the office that, you know what, don't do anything else, be concentrated only on the engine from the Porsche, that's what I'm gonna do. No hard feeling from my side, all right? Until I get the order. If they give me the order, it's total fine for me. Nothing wrong. That's it. That's the end. Thank you.